Hi, today what we're going to be talking about is more about perspective. And with more about perspective, this is our second part of the video, and we're going to be talking about both of these methods that I've shown you today, the city buildings or this one. This is also 1-point perspective, and with our 1-point perspective, this is going to be something called bird's eye view. With bird's eye view, here's an example of bird's eye view. I have these city buildings, and they are getting smaller and smaller. They go back to this one vanishing point back here. This is another version. Flip it around, makes more sense from this direction. You have your same city buildings. They are going back to a vanishing point. If you'll notice, it goes back to my shoe right here, this little dot on my shoe. If you were going to take your lines back to the vanishing point, they should, testing Mrs. Rao from an old drawing here, they should all line up back to the vanishing point. So even though that vanishing point is the smallest thing on your paper, it seems like the smallest would be the most insignificant. It's not. It's actually the most significant. So what you're going to do to start off here is let's go ahead and choose where the vanishing point is going to be. For a beginner one, I would go ahead and just kind of put it in the center. It just seems to be the easiest, and then you can get fancy with another drawing. All right, or more experimental with another drawing. So I'm going to take this and always start with the things that are closest to you first. Those are usually the easiest. I'm going to take these back to my vanishing point. These are ones that are closest to me, or closest, actually not closest to me, closest to the vanishing point is the better way to say that. All right, this one over here, this one, there is a side to it. Sometimes I have to double check whenever it's close like that. You can do this type of 1-point perspective with so many different things. If you wanted to do this with city buildings, obviously that's what I'm showing you here, but you could also do this with, how about letters? Or there's lots of variety here. Okay, so here's one that I wanted to talk about. So I say that every corner needs to go back to the vanishing point. Well, what if the corner, I've had students do this, what if this corner, well, should I take it over here? Nope. You need to make sure that you draw every corner that you can back to the vanishing point. This one I can, however I ran into something, so I need to stop. This one, I'm not going to run into anything here. This one right here, this one's level. It like starts there, so there's not even really anything to draw. This one back here, yes, I have seen people take it and like curve a line around to follow my directions. That's a little too exact to my directions. Let's say every line that doesn't, every corner that doesn't run over things should go back to the vanishing point. This one instantly runs over itself. Don't do that. It's like tripping on your own feet. That's no good. So you're going to keep going with these. When you are finished taking this back to the vanishing point, then you can start adding some fun details. And you can kind of think about, what is this? Is this a city? Is it a building? Are they like in a game of some kind? You can kind of play around with what you do with these. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. Just remember, you have some choices here. So these lines are vertical, these lines are horizontal, and these lines go back to the vanishing point. You only have 3 options of lines to draw. Diagonal is not an option. All right, so when things are close to you, they are largest, and as they get further and further away, they start getting smaller and smaller. So just be aware, smaller and smaller. Usually they get so small back there, it's hardly even visible anymore. All right, so have some fun. Think of lots of details and things you can put onto your buildings. Get creative. Do a helicopter pad if you want. Lots of options. All right, guys, have fun with your 1-point perspective drawing today.